Your first psychological key to success is awareness. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. You can't get where you want to go if you don't know where you are. I can't get home from here if I don't know where here is. With my sense of direction, I probably can't get there anyway. Now, in business, there's a formula that we use to raise our awareness. It's known as a SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Opportunities and threats tend to be external. Strengths and weaknesses, that's within our control. Strengths, let's celebrate them, build on them. Weaknesses, not the most inspiring word, right? At Sasol, they use the term block to greatness. I know, some of you are thinking, a weakness by any other name is still a weakness, but isn't. Weakness isn't so motivating, right? A weakness creates the sense that this is innate, this is perhaps unchangeable. A block to greatness gets us focusing on what we could be, and that it may just be a little block, and sometimes that's all it is that we could remove. So what are your blocks to greatness? If you don't know, what can you do? Ask. When was the last time that you asked somebody to give you honest feedback on your performance? Look, if you had spinach between your teeth, would you want somebody to tell you? Newsflash, they're not going to. You're going to eat spinach pie for breakfast, go through 8 meetings, get home, look in the mirror and go, why didn't anyone say anything? Why? Because remember what happened in ancient Rome when the messenger came with bad news? Yeah, he didn't make it home that night. And so people don't want to be in that position. So that's why we really need to ask them, to remind them that we are interested in improving ourselves, in realizing our potential, and that their feedback, or rather their feed forward, is what enables us to move forward. Your second psychological key to success is choice. It's not chance, but choice that determines our destiny. Most of us don't exercise that power of choice. We react impulsively to what others say or do. They snub us, we bear a grudge. They insult us, we insult them back. This is natural, but cyanide is also natural. When you react, you are controlled by the other person or situation. Children and animals can only react. Adults, we can do something else. We can choose our response. When you choose your response, you become the master of your life. But what happens if something happens that you did not choose? You come down with a disease, a car bashes into you. There's a recession. We didn't choose those things, did we? No. We don't always choose what happens to us, but we can always choose our response. This is the meaning of the word responsibility. It is the ability to respond. As long as we are alive, we have that ability. Unfortunately, even when we directly cause a situation that doesn't go to plan, the last thing that we want to do is take responsibility, right? To err is human, to blame is more so. And so what do? We create reasons. It's because I got bad luck, defective genes, clueless. I know what it was. I wasn't breastfed as a child. We are so good at finding reasons why we aren't the person that we're meant to be, but it's never too late to be that person when you take responsibility. Your third psychological key to success is thought. There are 2 main ways that human beings tend to think about anything that happens. We can take a negative, pessimistic view, or we can take a positive, optimistic view. Research tells us that optimists are happier, they're healthier, they tend to be more successful on just about every measure. And it all comes down to how we think about what happens. You see, thoughts are not reality. Thoughts are just an interpretation of reality. Shakespeare's Hamlet. There's nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Because when you think it's bad, you tend to become demotivated and you give up and prove that it is. And that's why you can get 2 people in the exact same situation, and the one soars and the other doesn't get off the floor. It's their interpretation. It's their thinking about what has happened. So I want to give you tools, 2 powerful tools that you can use to shift to a more optimistic frame of mind, because we all get negative. I teach this, I get negative. And that's okay, by the way. In fact, negativity often helps us to figure out that there's something wrong. We don't want to repress that. We don't want to deny that. We want to face it, but then we need to shift out of it. And this is how we do that. Helen Keller said, no pessimist ever discovered the secrets to the stars, sailed to an uncharted land, or opened a new heaven to the heart. Instead, the pessimist will tell you that things are going to get a lot worse before they get worse. The pessimist will tell you that behind every silver lining, there's a big, dark cloud. And when the pessimist gets a clean bill of health from his doctor, he's sure to go for a second opinion. The optimist is not naive. She doesn't ignore problems with herself, company, or country, but give the optimist a problem, she'll find the solution. Give the pessimist a solution, and he'll just be looking for the problem. What are you? Have you got some insight or inspiration from today's session? Brilliant. However, Bill Gates says, if you get an insight or inspiration, do something about it within 24 hours or the chances are against you ever doing anything. Sobering, isn't it? What are you going to do within 24 hours? What one thing are you going to do to make this time mean something? Write it down. Make sure it's practical. Don't look out for the ticket to success. Look in. That ticket has got no numbers on it. It's just got 3 letters. A, awareness. C, choice. T, thought. Act. May you use that ticket to create yourselves a great destiny. Thank you.